It is time to talk finals footy with Ross the Boss, thanks to PointsBet. And Ross, last week we did the elimination finals. Tonight it's about doing the qualifying finals. And what about these for stats? Port Adelaide and Geelong, you have to be top 4 to win a premiership in these areas, and they both are.
Yeah, champion data really benchmarked to have a balanced attack and defence that everyone talks about. They sit top 4 for both. So both of them have got capabilities on either end of the ball. And in the contest, they're both very good contest teams. So the rules, as you know better than anyone, the real season's starting. So it's really exciting time.
We love to reminisce here on Footy Classified. The last time these two met in the final was way back in 2013, and the Cats won a thriller.
And away we go in the second semi-final.
The longer they stick around, the more nervous Geelong will become. Goes to Westlock, and Port have got their biggest lead. Robbie Gray steps in, slots it. The Cats in trouble. Chapman twisting, turning. He snaps, and he goes. He's got his third. Bartel! Yes, Jimmy! Goes to Modlop, brushes aside the opponent, and snaps a wonderful goal. Free kick advantage. Oh no! Oh no! Corns holding the ball. Westhoff! Remarkable goal. Let's go! Yes! There's a pulse! I can feel it! Modlop! And that is the queen on the cake. And Geelong are on their way to the prelim.
Ross, plenty of changes. Talk us through them.
Yeah, an exciting time. Port Adelaide, 3 changes, really. So they bring in the exciting Zach Butters, who's been a real revelation, and Cleary's in. And they also have got Burton as well, who's a big inclusion, really, really talented athletic half-back. So out lean at Bono and Woodcock, and they'll be feeling a bit flat, but there's a whole final series to go for them.
And Geelong have brought in some players that you can trust a little bit more. And Reece Stanley, Tom Atkins, Radigalea and Jack Stephen go out, Ross. But we wanted to look back the last time these two met, and Geelong did a number on the power, winning by 60 points.
Yeah, they really did. So if you analyse Port, they're a great contest clearance team. They like to get territory and then lock it in, and all their backs surge up. So Geelong, with the big bodies, Selwood and Dangerfield, they really got to work around the clearances. You can see that's Port's strength when they win and when they lose. But against Geelong beat them at the clearances, and that ground ball war around the clearance, fall of the ball, where normally Port is swarming, Geelong really cleaned them up. And then the pressure factor. They're a great pressure team, that press Port. But the way the Cats, and we'll see some footage soon, control the ball with kick, mark. Well, you can't pressure if there's an uncontested mark taking. So they have got some challenges, and we're going to see some of the vision shortly.
Yeah, we have to talk about Tom Hawkins. I know it's been spoken about a lot, but Ross, they got it wrong, didn't they? And Geelong was smart in their build-up to Tom Hawkins.
Yeah, well, Port Adelaide like to roll across to the ball, but Geelong don't rush it forward and kick it in. You can see this as this unfolds. Like, Menegola not even looking forward because he knows Port Adelaide are getting back. We'll bring it inside. We'll be patient. We'll take our full 7 seconds. There you go. All the backs are coming up. Taylor, Henderson. That's Stewart. So they make them defend. So what they're going to do, they're drawing the Port players out, and you get an isolated Hawkins, and they're not big enough to deal with him. So Kenny's going to have to go to school. Maybe look at Richmond, how they defended the Cats and didn't allow them to penetrate like that.
Yet at the opposite end of the ground, Charlie Dixon had a horror and could hardly get near the ball, and you could see early in the game that he wasn't going to have a big night.
Well, Taylor's a great matchup, very experienced, played opposite to how Port played Hawkins, played from behind, get a shoulder in, grab the arm, bring it to ground. And then they also get roll-off support. Henry's been a revelation this year as well, but they're going to have Stewart, they're going to have Henderson. But the key to that is pressure on the ball. And Geelong, that's as good as I've seen in pressure. So that inclusion of Atkins in and Rowan in with the pace, it's a really big challenge for Port.
How would you play Dangerfield, Geelong? Look at these stats. So obviously round 12, pure midfielder pretty much, midfield. The last 3 weeks, though, Ross?
Yeah, 50-50 split.
Yeah.
But I think Chris Scott put it on the table. You can manage not by resting, but by changing position. But I think strategically, they saw how dangerous he was forward. Me, I'm conservative, as you know. You're a bit more aggressive. I'd start in midfield because we saw the numbers. They need to win the clearance battle. Interstate, Q1, you need a good start. Dangerfield. And then as the game unfolds, I think then you're moving forward. We saw against Sydney when they needed to win the game. He goes there and he kicks 3 goals in a half, 2 in the last quarter.
Both coaches are under enormous pressure at the start of the year. Who's under more pressure going in this final series, you think?
Well, I think it's the same. For me, the past is irrelevant. It doesn't count. We all start equal. They'll have confidence. Why we can, Geelong, we've got the experience. We're fit, we're healthy, we're on top. Both teams will be reinforcing and affirming their game style and their leadership and their belief in each other. So the coaches, you feel sick anyway. You feel sick in a home away, let alone a final. The pressure's always there. I don't think they'll be feeling it anymore.
So that record there, Chris Scott, qualifying finals, he's 2 wins, 4 losses. So that one, he just had to sort of do it the hard way to try and get to a grand final. Ross, who do you like in this one?
Yeah, Geelong for mine.
Yeah. I like Port Adelaide on their home deck. Will be extremely hard to beat.